When you buy groceries at the vegetable market, a line of words appeared on the celery in front of him. Jasper Spiritual Root. You rubbed your eyes hard. Is it too much pressure to study? Are you hallucinating? Shaking his head, his eyes fell on the tomatoes next to him again, so jumped out of the text. Rare fruit. Red flame fruit. I have a bean. Your hands shake. Almost threw the tomatoes on the ground. You take a closer look up and down, left and right. What situation? It's nothing special. Boss, how can this be sold? For you are a catty. I'll go. 4 yuan. A catty. Still. Rare fruit. Fooling the ghost. Without saying a word, he raised his hand and slapped himself twice. It must be so. This operation will not be able to fix the boss. Hurriedly persuaded. This. Children think it's expensive. You don't need to be like that. I'll give you a little cheaper. After buying celery and tomatoes, you went next door to get a box of eggs. There was no text this time. You breathe a sigh of relief. It seems that it was indeed an illusion just now. Buy some fungus. Tonight's dishes will come to life. But when your eyes touched the black fungus, I couldn't help but bend to a sentence. Oh, go. Rare elixir in the underworld. What the hell is going on? You can't help but be a little curious. Could it be that it is really a sky-high elixir? So he picked up the fungus and asked, this, how much does it cost? You are silent. It's done, it's done. It seems that I am really learning to be stupid. Carrying the egg fungus, you turn around and prepare to go home. At this moment, a mechanical prompt explosion. A mechanical prompt exploded. The host found 3 rare materials within 10 minutes. It's just terrifying. You get the approval of the tube. Illustrated everything system is bound. Bending time. August 31st. 2026. You look sorry. Glanced at the date on the phone. It is clearly written on August 31st, 25. What a garbage system. So imprecise. What is the illustrated book of all things for? However, there was no further information after waiting for a long time. Another sigh. I guess it's auditory hallucinations. Why are there so many strange things today? Back to the community in a blink of an eye. The one you usually feed. The stray orange cat is lying on its stomach, basking in the sun. You habitually reach out. At this moment, words appeared above the orange cat's head. Netherworld cat demon. Followed by the piercing alarm went off. 1. To detect the approach of a terrifying lord-level creature, please flee immediately. You look at the big orange meowing obediently in front of you and think, you meow carefully. This is called horror. Then he touched the cat's head. There are many strange things today. I won't touch you for now. You go play. The orange cat seemed to understand, turned around and ran away. System sound came again. The host faces a lord-level creature. In the face of danger, he remained calm. Excellent performance. The wonderful explanation function is specially opened. You gasp. Tuko is drinking fake wine. Back home, you try to say something. Open the wonderful explanation function. Start explaining the current wonderful materials. On the afternoon of August 31st, 26, the sky was shrouded in an eerie black mist. The orange cat mistakenly entered here because the black fog is lost. Over time, power in the black mist began to erode its body. Eventually became the netherworld cat demon. Extremely terrifying. At this moment, the host meets it. The host is not confused in the face of danger. Use your mouth to escape and drink it away. Be a real bull! After reading the explanation, you laughed angrily, but with a bit of curiosity, you take out the ingredients you bought again. Package. Tell me what these are. The illustrated book of everything is open. 3 material illustrated books were found. A biology illustrated book. You order the materials first. There are different ways to improve cultivation and the netherworld ear that increases spiritual power to resist inner demons. After reading, the option to withdraw rewards will appear below the Pokédex. You clicked casually. Extract the Jasper Spiritual Root. Illustrated book physique +2. Extract red flame fruit. Illustrated book power +2. It is just a matter of extracting the quiet. The spirit of the illustrated book is added to. Moment. A warm current surged all over the body. You suddenly feel powerful. To verify authenticity, you deliberately picked up the dumbbells that had been eating ash for a long time. You could only lift 20 times. This time he lifted 100 times in one go. You exclaimed, I'll go. This turned out to be true. Doesn't that mean that there will be a big change in a year? And he not only opened it, it is also a year ahead of others. You open the bio guide again. Shadow cat demon. Lord level creature. Has the power of the dark attribute. Born assassins. Screams are capable of penetrating the soul. It has a strong mental aggression. You can't wait to choose to extract. Gain the ability Nether Scream. Effect. Makes a high-pitched cry for a spirit attacker. The stronger the spirit, higher the damage. The longer you control. You are really excited. Who doesn't want to call the wind and rain? But you are confused. Why didn't I have a prompt when I bought eggs? Then he took out rice, onion, ginger, garlic, and other items. Again, no prompts. Uber explain it to me. However, The system pretended to be dead this time. You sigh. Never mind. Hungry. Let's eat first. At this moment, the phone rang. It is the girlfriend of the school flower, Liu Ruyan. It is the white moon of all the boys in the school. The family is good. He is also a top student. You are the jealousy of boys. A poor boy. It's unremarkable. But Liu Ruyan hasn't contacted me this summer. Find me at this time. Could it be? Really? Nodding the head is like a long speech. To sum it up, it's just 2 words. Parted. Retention is impossible. Liu family villa. Liu Ruyan looked at the good word, frowning. He Xiao, are you trying to catch the old man? It's a pity that the relationship between the family is more important than loving each other. I have already escorted Tsinghua University. You are not people of the same world after all. And at this time, you've already packed up your mood and went into the kitchen. Mighty started cooking. After dinner, you turn on your computer. Search for news to pay attention to before. That was a trial run line. When the bus leaves the penultimate stop, subsequent monitoring of damage, there were a few more unconscious passengers in the carriage. They wake up with no memory of how to get in the car. Now think about it. If you don't make a fuss, it may have been suppressed. Then you checked the news elsewhere. A huge black shadow was photographed on the beach. An aperture appears over the desert. Dead trees emerge with human faces. The news makes your scalp tingle, although it is a small news. But the world may really change. Thinking of this, you get up and go out. You come to the lobby of the subway station. Quietly. There was not even a figure in sight. You muttered in your heart, why don't we even have staff? You can explore it here. Take a look there. Trying to find out what is wrong. How those passengers were sent to the subway. And at this moment, in the subway monitoring room, there is a woman who has been waiting for you. Command center. This is monitoring room 3. A man behaved abnormally in the platform area. A sound came from the walkie-talkie. Keep monitoring. We are analyzing his intentions. The woman frowned. Nowadays, little boys don't go home to sleep at night. Why are you running here? Now it seems to be neglected. In fact, fortifications are everywhere. There are people guarding several hidden corners. Always be ready to handle unexpected situations. At this time, you are walking towards the last platform. Suddenly, the system prompts. A high concentration of black fog shrouded in front. Extremely dangerous. The host must not come forward. Chance of survival is 0. You look up. The lights over there are indeed much dimmer than elsewhere. Now it seems the tube is out of sync with time. It should be said that it will happen in the future. What exactly is the black fog he is talking about? Thinking of this, you didn't stop. Warning, warning. It seems to be hidden in the black mist. Extremely powerful social creatures. Do not approach. 2 mosquitoes flew at you. He was slapped to death casually. Host cattle. In the end, it was destroyed by the power of waste. 2 boss-level void, split-toothed mosquitoes. Kill a boss-level creature for the first time. Reward 30 points. Don't take it lightly. According to the detection, there were a few more. Not far away. You don't pay attention to it anymore. It's really a smart system. Soon I arrived at the platform at the end. A woman in uniform was standing. I am the number of people working in the subway station. What are you here for? In fact, your detailed information has been around for a long time. Check it out for them. He is an immature senior high school student. Sister, I heard them say that this subway station is weird. I just want to come and see it before school starts. You are a student and don't run around at night. Let's go. I'll send you out. After leaving the platform, you just leave. The target has left the metro station. No unusual behavior was observed. He looks like an ordinary student. There's no need to let them follow. Wang Yu quickly replied, calling them to follow up immediately. There must be no dereliction of duty. The above attaches great importance to this matter. The personnel sent to follow up are all at the Special Forces level. In the past half-month, in fact, more than 1 student ran here. What other adventure anchors? Woman, drunk and courageous. It's not that there isn't. Send someone to follow you every time. See if they have any abnormal behavior in the future. But every time they returned in vain. It's really tiring. At this time you think as you go. The woman just now should not be as simple as it seems. Is it the police? It seems that there are signs of abnormal recovery at this time. Thinking of this, you ask the tube, what are points for? Every 10 points can be exchanged for 1 attribute point. Scold. It's really simple and straightforward. Then you click on the new Pokederic. Void split-toothed mosquito. Boss-level creatures. They are locked onto the target at. Then he launched an attack with lightning speed. You hesitate. Select extract. Bite. Gain ability. Shadow Raid. After locking onto the target, it instantly accelerates the attacker. You breathe a sigh of relief. Fortunately, it is not blood-sucking. Otherwise, it will be a bit of a diaphragm. However, at this moment, another box popped up in the tube. The host collects 3 dark attribute illustrations. Activates the dark attribute effect. Night, sun, night. Vision activity thin enhancement by 30. Night vision increased by 30. Movement speed increased by 10. Your eyes lit up. Meow. There is even a restraint function. This is too cool. Then he couldn't wait to walk home. But when you walk into an alley, take your money on your mobile phone and hand over the payment password. There is no monitoring here. If you don't want to die, don't play tricks. And you quickly use 30 points. Redeemed for 1 strength and 2 dexterity. Just use these few miscellaneous pieces to try your hand. You pounced on them without saying a word. Then he killed the 4 directions like wolves entering a flock. Within a few minutes, the 3 gangsters fell to the ground and wailed. This scene blinds the 2 police officers who are following you. I'll go. Isn't the information given above an ordinary student? This strength is almost catching up with the king of soldiers. The other frowned. Fortunately, we followed. Otherwise, he would have been really played by this kid. Go report it. And when you get home, smiled happily. Now I am simply terrifying. Don't look at the system as a smart, but it's still very powerful. Now, you have a basic understanding of the system. The reason why the ingredients at home do not trigger the system. It should not meet the conditions for recovery. And tomatoes, celery, fungus, and fungus. There are already signs of recovery. The same goes for mosquitoes and oranges. There are signs of recovery. It seems that I want to develop rapidly in the future. You have to pick out those places with abnormalities. That's right. Something's wrong. Where there is me, the other side. A middle-aged strong man in a trench coat. I took people to the previous alley. Then he took out an instrument full of science fiction. A blue light was emitted, covered the entire alley. A few minutes later, the light disappeared. The strong man frowned. Wang Yu stepped forward and asked, "Did you find anything?" "It's a bit strange. There are no anomalous energy fluctuations here." "It seems that the child should be one. A talented ordinary people." Wang Yu nodded. "Then let's go." It seems that they will continue to monitor the subway station. Then a group of people left in a hurry, and no one knows. By Longjiang noodles, near Jiangsu. At this time, silver mist rose. Gradually, silver lines began to appear on the willow trees by the river. The grass under the willow trees began to grow rapidly. Nearby, ants appear to be pulled by some force. Strange patterns are arranged on the ground. It seems to foreshadow the world. Start to be abnormal. Early the next morning, you arrived at the classroom early. At this time, Liu Ruyan, a tablemate and ex-girlfriend, was already in place. He used to smile sweetly when he saw you. Now he turned sideways. You are also happy to be quiet. Who still has the mind to learn now, seeing that the aura is about to recover? Isn't it a pure waste of life to look at the textbook again? After 1 class, Liu Ruyan frowned and spoke. He Xiao, we have broken up. I know you feel bad, but you feel like you're giving up on yourself. Do I feel guilty? Learning is your own business. Don't be so naive. You laughed out loud all of a sudden. Miss, stop chanting. Don't worry. What do I do now? It has nothing to do with you. Like you said, we are not people of the same world. Finished. You lower your head and continue to scroll through your phone. You rush out of school. Somehow, I'm hungry very fast today. Walk into a nearby restaurant. I ordered a steamed sea bass. Add another large bowl of rice. You take a bite. The fish is extremely tender. It melts in your mouth. But at this moment, the beep sounded suddenly. Warn! The host actually devoured the Lord-level creature blue ocean blue whale. The flesh of this fish contains extremely strong energy. With host's current ordinary physique, there is a risk of death from explosive bodies. The host went all the way. You are all in place. This thing is actually a Lord-level creature. The key taste is really good. You then take another bite. It's even more fragrant. Followed by, do check out the biographic. Blue. Blue. Sea blue. Sound fish. It often inhabits the depths of waters full of spiritual energy. It lives by absorbing the essence of water and the spiritual energy of the moon. Its singing has the ability to purify the soul. The magical power to heal wounds. After reading it, you frowned slightly. I didn't expect this guy to be a priest. It's a bit interesting. And extract the Pokédex reward. Gain ability. Song of the Tides. It can move more freely in the water. Proactive ability. Restore life to the wounded through chanting. Restore effect. The range of chanting is related to spiritual power. You can't help but praise. The system is amazing. This is to make me a hexagonal warrior. After eating, you inquired from the waiter again. This sea bass is produced in Bailongjiang, so you hurried over. Walked for a while. I didn't receive a system prompt. You are a little suspicious. Doubt. Could it be that the waiter is talking nonsense? Unconsciously, he walked to a stone tablet. A story is engraved on it. According to legend, this river was not called Bailongjiang in ancient times, until a woman named Bailing appeared. She is kind-hearted. Every time the river floods, always organize disaster relief as soon as possible. Cook porridge for the victims with your own hands. Loved by the locals. there can be a day. Heavy rain fell from the sky. Jiangzhou city suffered unprecedented flooding. Floods washed away houses on both sides of the river, and everyone was in despair. A figure stood up resolutely, hands folded, and prayed to the sky. I am willing to exchange my life for the safety of Jiangzhou. I don't know how long it took. The sky was filled with lightning and thunder. A giant dragon churned out. The dragon tail swept gently. The earth appeared a deep strip. Flood was diverted. Gradually it calmed down. But Bailing is like a broken kite, fell by the river. The dragon let out a mournful howl. The body gradually became transparent, finally turned into countless points of light. And Bailing's figure gradually faded, disappeared. Since then, the river was renamed. This monument was erected in Bailongjiang to remember the White Spirit. After reading it, you sighed softly. There are such righteous and kind women in the world. Just walked past the stone monument. The system suddenly prompted. The host has a deep connection. The chi is against the sky. Unexpectedly, a grotto heaven-blessed land was found and new scene illustrated books have been collected. You suddenly perked up. Seems that there are signs of recovery here. Say so. Will the story on the stele also be true? Since it is a spiritual energy recovery, if it didn't exist before, what is that called? The system said that this was a grotto heaven-blessed land. Don't. Thinking of this, you walk towards the willow tree ahead. Reach out and touch the willow branch. Discover genuine fairy wood. The green waves of the fairy willow. Sure enough, he guessed right. Most things need to be recovered. The surrounding environment is bound to change. You go down again to observe the grass at your feet. Some are noticeably much more lush than the surrounding ones. Reach out and touch. System prompt. Discover rare grass yelly, Xian grass. Look around. No other anomalies were found. Then you open the materials guide. The green wave fairy willow contains the essence of water. Willow leaves and willow branches can be refined into elixirs. The emerald fairy grass is born by attaching to the green wave fairy willow. The practitioner takes the dewdrops on the grass and takes them. It nourishes the body, accelerate injury healing, prolong life. You are amazed. It's all good things. It's just that the grass doesn't seem to have produced dew yet. It shouldn't have recovered to that extent. Let's take a look in a few days. Immediately after that, the picture book reward is extracted. Extract the blue wave fairy willow illustrated book. Spirit +3. Extract the He Xiao illustrated book. Physique +2. You smile lightly. The treasure material is different. A little more attributes than rare materials. But at this moment, the prompt sounded again. Host has collected 3 wood attribute illustrations. Activates the wood attribute effects. Wound healing speed increased by 20. Then you look at the scene gallery, respectively. They were previously obtained at the metro station, the Black Mist Dead Realm, and the Immortal Grotto Heaven just included. You're a little curious. What can be extracted from the scene pictorial? It won't be an attribute point again. Extract the Black Mist Dead Domain illustrated book. Rewards special items. Dreadnought key. Extract the Fairy Grotto Heaven illustrated book. According to the system instructions, microkeys can change shape, from weapons to tools. Only you can't think of it. Without it, it can't change. It can also be enchanted. It's a pity that it's too weak now. Only let it convert once. Put it away first. Think about how to use it. As for the seeds, they need to be nourished by spiritual energy. There is no place to cultivate it at the moment. And at the time, it was already 1:30 p.m. You sigh. There are still too many restrictions on student status. I have to find a way to drop out of school. Back to class. You continue to swipe your phone. This kind of self-defeating person, no matter how good-looking it is, it's not at all useful. After 2 classes, the classroom suddenly went dark. Then there was lightning and thunder outside. Violent storms. The school radio sounded. School-wide notice. Sudden bad weather. All students are requested to stay in the classroom temporarily, waiting for further arrangements. Some of the classmates were surprised. Some are afraid. Some are looking around. Only you hold that key. Is in place. The key has begun to turn red and hot. A strong premonition rises in your heart. At this time, the head teacher hurriedly walked in. Don't panic, everyone. Notified. Extreme weather won't last long. Keep quiet. Follow the arrangement. But the keys in your hands are getting hotter. You can't sit still. Get up and run out the door. Liu Ruyan also frowned. What does this person mean? Deliberately doing this abnormal behavior? Want to get my attention? At this moment, a cry rang out. Everyone take a look. Someone started a live broadcast by the Bailongjiang River. Oh my god, what is that? Everyone immediately surrounded them. I only saw it in the picture. The river seems to be pulled by some force. Rotate rapidly. Huge column of water rose into the sky. Hanker Liu Kier's voice trembled. Babies, I have to withdraw. It's scary here. Netizens suddenly became anxious. The anchor didn't leave. This scene. How many times can I see you in a lifetime? Don't leave any regrets. Yeah. Everyone's gifts are brushed. Let me see which Taoist friend is here to survive the tribulation. You don't know anything about it. Has rushed out of school. You look up at the sky. The direction where thunderstorms are most dense. It seems to be Holy Bai Longjiang, you ran wildly in the rainstorm. I don't know when, was a mysterious aura attached to his body. The heartbeat, breathing, and pace gradually returned to the same rhythm, followed by a scorching airstream swirled and swirled in the body. Your heart is shocked. Is this aura? The ancestor is amazing. He understood the nature of the sky. He actually comprehended the method of cultivation by himself. Officially stepped into the ranks of practice. Current state. Bien finement. Realm 3 stars. You are excited. Finally stepped into the threshold of a cultivator. At this time, you feel more than several times stronger than before. 10 minutes later, you rush to Bai Longjiang. What caught my eye was the sky-high water column on the river. Rain here is more intense. The wind is even wilder. You vaguely feel underwater. As if it is. There are huge black shadows swimming. On, Danges ahead. The energy is abnormally violent and disordered. Once you step in, 10 deaths are not alive. The host requested that he evacuate quickly. You ignore the system. The footsteps involuntarily moved forward. This scene happened to be captured by Liu Ruyan's lens. Oh my god, is that person dead? Call the police to save people. You see, like a dragon. That's right, the creatures in the river have broken through the water. You finally see it clearly. Epic creature was detected, known for controlling thunder and storms. Cruel temperament. The host runs fast. You have a way to die, but your eyes lit up. Epic. It's the first time I've heard of it. If you can kill him, the rewards should be generous. You can feel the breath on him. The dragon that has just recovered. The strength is about the same as yours. Thinking of this, you take out the intrepid key, turn into a long sword at will. Just take you to try your hand. Finished. You rush away like a cannonball. Liu Ruyan saw this. The live broadcast was immediately turned off. If this kind of picture is broadcast, I'm sure I'll have to go in for tea. This life is over. The other side, Liu Ruyan town is in a pitch-black live broadcast room. Proof that it is divine. The figure that was shocked just now. It's all too familiar. He Xiao left school half an hour ago. How could it be possible to get there so quickly? It shouldn't be him. I must have read it wrong. At this time, the banks of the Bailongjiang River have been officially blocked. Liu Ruyan was controlled on the spot. Director Wang led a young man forward. That is the higher commissioner to deal with it. A forerunner of anomalous events. Long Pingan stood in front of Liu Ruyan with his eyes closed. Sensed for a moment, turned around and whispered to Director Wang. There are no abnormal fluctuations. Wang Yu waved his hand. The police then took Liu Ruyan away. At this moment, loud bang exploded. You have collided with the Thunder Dragon. The force of the countershock knocked both sides back several meters each. Lai Jiao let out an angry roar. You laugh. It's so cool. Again. Finish bullying again. There are no rules. Just swing the sword and stab randomly. Finally met a close opponent. It was just a good opportunity to familiarize himself with his own combat power. Your eyes light up with excitement. Long Pingan in the distance was shocked. What a terrifying atmosphere. It's really human who fights against that thing. In fact, the Dragon Kingdom had noticed it as early as 2 months ago. Some unknown mutation is taking place in this world. An energy that has never been recorded in this land has appeared. To this end, the state convened experts to develop an energy detector. It turned out that there were very few people born to resonate with this energy. This energy is named Reiki, and these resonators are called Forerunners. After consulting a large number of ancient books, the High Level divided the realm into the Qi Refinement Realm and the Qi Sea Realm, Spiritual Spring Realm, Spiritual Realm, Divine Wandering Realm, Void Realm, Saint Realm. Long Pingan is one of them. In just 1 month he reached 1 star in the Qi Refinement Realm. Its combat power ranks among the top 10 in the country. Otherwise, he would not have been sent to Jiangzhou to deal with abnormal events. But at this moment, he hated it. What kind of monster is it? Aura has just begun to recover. How could he be so strong? Even the god of war couldn't do it. I saw that Lei Jiao had multiple wounds on his body. Go to hell. Although the aura is on par with mine, the attributes are slightly inferior. The practice is over. Go ahead. The netherworld screamed. The sound wave swept away like a tide. Thunder Dragon is like being scolded by a head. Froze in place in an instant. You take the opportunity to stab with a sword. There was a thud. The dragon's head flew in response. The huge body fell to the ground with a bang. Host is so terrifying. Get your first epic creature kill. Reward 100 points. And you have noticed a police car in the distance. Although I want to contact the officials. Change to another one without school restrictions. An identity that can obtain more information, but it can't be exposed to the public yet. Thinking of this, you quietly leave from the other side. A few minutes later, everyone rushed to the White Dragon bridges. Long Pingan gasped. It was actually a rare thunder attribute aura. How long did the aura recover? There are already creatures of this level. If he grows up, can we really stop it? He was originally proud and confident. At this moment, I have some doubts about life. You Zaid, I didn't expect the world to become so strange. If this kind of monster flows into society, there will be suffering for the people. Long Pingin's tone was sonorous. Don't worry, if there is a war, we must be the first. Believe that the Dragon Kingdom will only get stronger, and at this time, you're home. Unexpectedly, Liu Ruyan suddenly sent a message. He Xiao, are you home? Don't get me wrong. As a class president, it is my responsibility to care about the safety of my classmates. After reading it, you smiled. It's none of your business. Close the chat window. You just brush up the video, but suddenly screamed. You see, the picture of confronting Lei Jiao has been rumored. At that time, the picture of the confrontation with Lei Jiao has been circulated on the internet. It sparked heated discussions on the whole network. I was watching a live broadcast at the time. This video has never been P. I want to rub the heat again. I only believe the official statement. Your face darkened. Don't get into trouble. Hurry up and press the heat. I don't believe in rumors. No rumors were spread. I have a friend in the Jiangzhou Bureau. The creature on the bridge was actually a performance prop for preparation. Everyone take a long time. Don't be used by some people as traffic passwords. You breathe a sigh of relief. Just make a move, so as not to cause trouble. But suddenly, you feel something is wrong in your pocket. Hurry up and take out the 5-dimensional key. Now, the key is floating. Your eyes lit it up. Could it be after killing Lei? It is automatically enchanted. Immediately turn it into a long sword. I saw that the sword body was wrapped in fine electric patterns. With a wave of his hand, there was actually an arc of electricity that spread out around. You nodded in satisfaction. Now, I only have one chance to transform the pattern. Number of conversions will be more in the future. You can absorb the others. Attributes are enchanted to new weapons. This is called the real master key. Strong and terrifying. Subsequently, you open the bio book. Epic creatures. Born on the occasion of 9 days of thunder. It has the supreme power to control thunder and lightning. Every time it appears, it is accompanied by thunder and lightning. But you have to grow up. Immediately withdraw the Pokédex reward. Gain the ability Thunder Punishment. Summon the power of thunder and lightning in nature. Deliver continuous strikes on enemies within range. The range of the blow, the duration, and the strength of the lightning are related to mental power. This skill is extremely consuming. After reading it, you raised your hand and slapped yourself. Ha ha, what a dream. This is simply the king of thunder and lightning. It truly is epic. You can already imagine the scene of raising your hand to attract thunder. The other side. Liu Ruyan's heart was uncomfortable. The clothes seemed to be the same. Maybe I shouldn't have been in such a hurry at the time. It is all He Xiao who is wrong. I was wrong. Early the next morning, you even doubt life a little. By their ability, it's impossible not to find me. Could it be that I am too lazy to attract their attention? With a belly full of doubts, you are in class. The teacher lectured as usual. Students study as usual. But just after a class, the bell of the crane has just rang. What's outside? Lock up. The old class and classmates were called for routine questioning. The content of the questions is all the same. He Xiao has been unusual in the past 2 months. The result was the same as what they checked, except yesterday. Usually nothing special at all. I called you over at the end, but these people are quite careful. After all, you are defined by the above as having unknown strength. But the thief, strong man. The man in the trench coat was the first to speak. He Xiao classmates. My name is Yuan Qiang. He's one of the leaders of the Southeast region. You smiled slightly. Hello. Is there anything wrong? First of all, thank you for calming the crisis on your own. Secondly, what do you want to think? Despite it, you nod. Let's not talk about rewards first. Can you tell me what the top management needs me to do? Yuan Qiang glanced at you appreciatively. It is now defined as the era of Reiki revival. The top management wants you to join us. Then several people discussed. From now on, the formalities are completed. Yuan Qiang took you out of school. The other side. The head teacher walked into the classroom. The students announce a piece of good news. He Xiao of our class was admitted to the Southeast Military Academy. Wow, it's really fake. It turns out that the competition is so awesome. School that you can't get into if you have a relationship. He was admitted unconventionally. No wonder squad leader Liu broke up with him before. He was like a normal person. I don't know how squad leader Liu is feeling now. Regret it. You are this kind of person. If the person on the White Aya Bridge is really you, why have you been miting me all these years? Do you think I'm not worthy? Dead scumbag. I hate you. Now, you have already arrived at the Anomaly Investigation Bureau. Not only did he visit the Energy Meter Laboratory, he also received a Cultivator Realm Manual. Tiger Realm the above. Face the Chi Refinement Realm 2. The above. Face the Chi Refinement Realm 2. The Void Realm is recorded in quite detail, but only the column of the Saint Realm is uniformly marked as unknown. You raise your eyebrows, a small hurdle. Every 3 stars. A big realm. And a big hurdle written in such detail. Doesn't look like it's fake. Now that there is a system, then can I revive in the Reiki? Achieve sainthood before the full outbreak. It sounds like it's full of pressure. At this moment, Long Ping'an came over. Today I will take you to familiarize yourself with the Investigation Bureau. It is a pleasure to be a colleague with you. After a few simple chills, Long Ping'an sent you home. Just entered the house. You will receive a text message. The bank card received 1 million. Coming. Your eyes lit up instantly. It's been so many years. Finally can get rid of the title of poverty. After working hard, you take out the cultivator's manual again. I am now a 3-star in the Chi refinement realm. If it is said here, I want to ascend to the Chi refinement realm. 4 stars is a hurdle. Thinking of this, you cross your knees and close your eyes. Try to enter the cultivation state. Slow. The surrounding air seems to come alive. The surrounding aura seems to sense your call. Go with the flow. However, after 20 minutes, you frown. According to the current concentration of spiritual energy in the blue star, I want to break through to the 4 stars of the Chi refinement realm by meditating. It's as hard as ascending to the sky. If you want to improve quickly, you have to go to those realms with a little more aura. At this moment, wow. Confirm the start of execution. Points are cleared. Attribute points increased to 10. He Xiao, what? Min, Bei, dexterity. +3. Yaha. Charm +3. The host successfully broke through the 3 stars of the Chi refinement realm. Reach 4 stars in the Chi refinement realm. Wow. It is actually possible. Hurriedly sensed. Even the spiritual energy of the Dantian gathered into a cyclone. According to the manual, the Chi refining period of 4 to 6 stars is called the condensation period. Chi condenses in the Dantian. It seems to be a good problem to look at the manual. Exactly right. Look at it this way. The manual seems to be fine. The Bureau of Investigation really has something. Then check out the personal panel. He Xiao, the 4-star training of the Chi realm. The attribute values are all 10 points. Ability, Nether Scream, Thunder, and Divine Punishment. Comprehensive evaluation. It is relatively weak in all aspects. There is no strength to bind the chicken with his hands. Therefore, it is called a small rookian. You curl your lips. These 2 cargo systems. What a small dish chicken. I am now a strong batch. The other end, Liu Ruyan and Liu Kia met. Cousin, I heard that you have been sent to Qingda. Congratulations. Oh, cousin. What the hell is going on? After the live broadcast was cut off, the phone can't get through either. I'm so anxious. Liu Kia immediately looked around vigilantly. Then he leaned close to Liu Ruyan's ear. Yesterday's events. It's actually more complicated than what you see in the live broadcast. The world may not be like us. It's as simple as it seems. The willow trees are like smoke. That's right, cousin. The man who entered the White Dragon Bridge yesterday. What happened later? Liu Qi's face changed suddenly. About that person. Don't ask too much. All I can say is that person looks about the same age as you, but people who are not at all from the same world as yous. This is absolutely confidential. After separating from Liu Qi, Liu Ruyan returned home in despair. Is he really that good? This moment, he suddenly regretted it. The ghost sent you a sentence. Is it in? Are you there? In fact, it must be a clown. At this moment, Long Ping'an contacted you. He Xiao, come to the Bureau of Investigation. Has been some new development in the subway incident. You frown. Subway incident is not that simple. Really. The Bureau of Investigation has long intervened. You hurried to the Investigation Bureau. Wang Yu and Long Ping'an brought you here. A special ward guarded. Inside lay 3 people with painful faces. Wang Yu spoke. These people were there at that time. Passengers who appear out of thin air on the subway. Seem to be some faint breath coming from them. It made me very uncomfortable. However, you are much stronger than Long Ping'an, so the feeling is clearer in your eyes. These people were entwined with a few wisps of black mist. This situation reminds you of the picture book, the Shadow Cat Demon and the Void Split-Tooth Mosquito. This black fog can affect the environment and living things. That influence seems to be very reasonable. Thinking of this, you open your mouth. Wang Yu opened the door. Let me go in and take a look. Wang Yu hesitated. This is probably a bit dangerous. It's okay. I act as a consultant. Naturally, you have to do something practical. If I can't do it, then do you think others can solve it? It seems to be true. He Xiao's previous strength. Definitely the strongest echelon. If even he can't solve it, then I guess no one can solve it. Thinking of this is it. Got it. Be careful. Warn. Chengmu looks at me now. Warn. The host hurriedly ran. There is still a glimmer of hope. This alarm is quite scary. Spiritual rhinoceros protects the body. You feel more clearly. The breath of these polluters is enhancing. If measures are not taken as soon as possible, consequences will be unimaginable. Then you want to talk about the spiritual energy entering into their body. But I didn't expect to have strong resistance. Just hear a bang. The confrontational airflow suddenly spread outward. At that moment, Long Ping'an was completely shocked. He Xiao was not so strong when fighting against Zhao Long. Could it be that I was hiding my clumsiness at that time? Those so-called geniuses in the system. In front of He Xiao, it became a joke. And at this time, the system suddenly exploded. The host is so terrifying. Actually relied on the body of a small chicken. Hard resistance to soul-losing things. Soulless things. Make up for the loss of consciousness. 7 souls were taken away. Others. The eroded is called the infected. After a short lethargy, attributes have surged, violent and powerful. In the later stage, he completely became a slave to the black mist. Look at this illustrated book. There will be no more disasters. Unexpectedly, black mist is also divided into types, and there are 9 types of special meows. Judging from the effect of this soul-lost thing, a bit like a doomsday zombie. The key is still the zombies in the era of spiritual energy recovery. In case the zombies can fly and use spells in the future. I also played with yarn. Will this medicine be discounted? An additional dreadnought trial can be added. Increases the number of dauntless key form transformations. You frown suddenly. Go and don't be arbitrary. But it can't be saved. Shouldn't you give an ability like purification? Suddenly, the black gas around the man with glasses, spinning like a living creature, trying to spread in all directions. Follow. His arm underwent a drastic change. Suddenly opened his scarlet eyes. Jump up from the ground. You pounced on you and quickly distanced yourself. He took out the hot, fearless key. The last time I was hot was when the dragon was in the world. The intrepid key is attracted to the thunder attribute. Could it be that this time it also has the energy of its greedy eyes? At this moment, the man with glasses pounced over again. You immediately used the ability of the blue soundfish. Song of the tides. Ripples rippled out of you. It should be a range of healing and purification. This ability actually had no effect on the black chi at all. In desperation, you could only dodge in a hurry. Transformed the key of inaction into a scythe of death. The man with glasses seemed to feel threatened by the scythe. The black gas all over the body was even more intense. Roar. Rushed towards you again. The scythe drew a line in the air. Beautiful but deadly arc. The man with glasses died on the spot. The surrounding black gas was absorbed by the scythe. At this time, the other 2 were also successfully transformed by the black mist. But since there is a method of restraint, you can solve it all in seconds. Looking at the corpse on the ground, you feel a little uncomfortable. These are ordinary citizens, just because of being infected by black mist. Under your knife, one you came over and patted you on the shoulder. Don't think too much. You eliminate them to remove hidden dangers for the people. Thank you for your hard work today. We will take care of the follow-up. It won't affect you. Go back and have a good rest. Back home, you fall asleep. After a night of rest, mood calmed down a lot. Take out the seeds of the Lingzi divine tree and take a closer look. This is the reward given by the fairy spirit Tongtian illustrated book. It is said that when they grow up, they continue to provide energy. He glanced at the balance on the card again. I think it's time to buy a house and plant trees. Came to a sales center. The sales lady greeted her with a smile. Hello, welcome to our properties. Is there anything I can do to help you? You think to yourself, there is no blood. The bridge where the dog's eyes look at the low people. Not bad. Then he smiled. I want to see your villa, especially those in remote locations. I like silence. The sales lady nodded. Begin to seriously introduce the real estate situation. After listening, you point to a more remote villa and say, just this building. The sales lady is a corner. I didn't have much hope. It's just my professionalism. I served every customer well. I didn't expect to really run into someone who wanted to buy a villa. Her voice was full of excitement. Mr. Beer, the total price of this villa is 39 million. We offer a variety of ways to purchase. You can choose. You took out your bank card and interrupted him directly. There is a down payment in this. Sign the contract. The sales lady was suddenly overjoyed. Really bought. He is the most handsome man I have ever met today. Meanwhile, Liu Ruyan also came to this sales office. When I saw the familiar figure in the distance, she suddenly stood stunned on the spot. Why did she suddenly come to him on the spot? How can I meet him when I go to Gu Hao's lips? It's actually him. How can I meet him everywhere? Could it be that all of this is arranged by fate? The domineering president's novel seems to be about to come into reality. Just wait for you to leave. Liu Ruyan found the sales lady on the back foot. The guest left it just now. Can you tell me the information? I'm sorry. Customer privacy is not convenient to disclose. You see, give me a breath. I will immediately buy a suite with you in full. Oh my God, is today my lucky day? Yes, and you, knowing nothing about it, returned home. Then, Liu Ruyan sent a message. He Xiao, is there any misunderstanding between us? Can we meet and chat? You curl your lips. Let's talk about farts. The man who was destined to become the king. Women only affect how quickly I draw my sword. The next day, you visit the villa, under the guidance of the sales lady. Wait for the sales lady to leave. You can't wait to use your aura to probe. I found Shu's excellent Feng Shui treasure land. Plant the seeds of the Lingxi sacred tree. After planting, you think to yourself, I don't know when this thing will grow. It seems that you still have to find an abnormal area to make waves. Suddenly remembered when I had breakfast the day before yesterday. The gossip of the two old men. My nephew raises chickens in the old forest west of Jiangzhou. These days it's at night. There is phosphorus fire floating in the forest. There's also a pair of red eyes in the depths. The chicken was so scared that he didn't dare to crow. I didn't care at the time. Now it seems that the old forest in the west is indeed showing signs of recovery. Thinking of this, you hurried out. In the blink of an eye, he was there. Not long after entering the forest, you notice an unusual fluctuation in your breath. Explore carefully. I found a thing similar to a formation on the ground. The thin spiritual energy around it turned out automatically converged towards the center of the formation. What is this? It can actually gather spiritual energy. It looks like it is artificially placed. Just wanted to reach out and touch it. A sudden shout came from behind him. Followed by a man and a woman emerged from the grass. The woman frowned and spoke. Don't touch our things. We just put it on and played. Get out of here quickly. I'll just take a look. This is not your home. Why drive me away? The man was angry. Can't run. Don't blame me for being rude. You smile. It's not that I don't leave. Instead, I want to see the three of them play with stones. Why can you pose aura? Listen to you. The faces of the two changed suddenly. His eyes were full of disbelief. Then there was a sigh behind him. An old man in a Taoist robe slowly walked out. In fact, when you probed before, these three people have already been found. They are all rookies who practice chi with 1 star. The old man appear. The two young men respectfully retreated to the back. However, the old man directly hugged your fists. This scene shocked them, although they and the master are both in the chi training period. But the master can beat them with 1 hand. Why is he so respectful to this kid? The old Taoist priest thought to himself. Then, you also clenched your fists and returned the salute to the old Taoist. Then he spoke. Can you tell me what this thing is now? Words just fell. The woman said first. The old Taoist priest turned around instantly. Atsukiri retreated angrily. Turning around, he muttered to the man beside him. Even he is a forerunner. We don't need this attitude. How strong he can be alone. Man nodded. That's right. I don't know what the master is doing. Yes. The junior is rude. I hope the little brother won't be surprised. I dare to ask a question. Little brother, what state are you in now? You frown. The long sword was summoned instantly. Thunder flashed on the sword body, swung out with a sword. There was an instant deep ditch on the ground. This momentum is strong. It made several people around feel a sense of breath. The old Taoist was shocked. This person's strength. It can be so terrifying. You speak lightly. Now you can tell me what is that. The old Taoist was shocked under pressure. It turned out that this spirit-gathering array originated from Qingsong, Taoist books passed down by old Taoist families. The old Taoist practiced according to the Taoist book to no avail, gave up for a while, until a month ago. The dead tree in the temple suddenly appeared and revived. After he touched, take the opportunity to practice the breeding method. Successfully induce chi into the body, step into the ranks of cultivators. But since then the ancient tree has withered again. The two apprentices never had this opportunity again. At this point you interrupt abruptly, if according to what you say. So why do you two? The old Taoist smiled brightly. Half a month ago, Celery from the Investigation Bureau came to the door with special equipment. He ordered the Taoist temple to shine brightly. The Taoist temple was immediately blocked. After the old Taoist confessed, the Investigation Bureau exchanged 2 precious elixirs for a copy of the passage book. It is these 2 pills that make qualifications. Mediocre apprentice stepped into the practice. You are a little shocked. It seems that the top management is still a cow. An elixir that can make ordinary people feel aura. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is a rare treasure. Plus the copied Taoist books. Their growth rate is not slow at all. Thinking of this, you give Lao Dao a fist. I don't mean any ill intentions. I'll take a look at this spirit-gathering array. The old Taoist nodded. Okay. Just don't touch them drastically. Then you carefully touch the stone. Discover the rare material spirit stone. Discover the formation. Gathering spirit array. Then he came to the middle of the formation. I touched the different stone. Discover the genuine material stellar stone. Eyes lit up. This time I got 3 illustrated books. And there is also a real one. Then check the Pokédex. Spirit Stone. The cultivator refined the spiritual energy. An important medium for improving cultivation. Starstone. From extraterrestrial meteorites. Contains the power of the stars. Not only can it greatly improve the efficiency of cultivation, it is also a key material for refining high-level magic weapons and spiritual treasures. Gathering Spirit Array. Basic cultivation formation. Absorb spiritual energy from nature. Form a cultivation space with strong spiritual energy. At this time, the old Taoist looked at you, who was distracted. I thought to myself, this guy won't want to cross the border. Probably not. After all, after handing in the Taoist book, I can also be regarded as a person with a backstage. But he didn't know it all. You are just extracting the Pokédex reward. Extract a Spirit Stone illustrated book, strength positive 2. Extract a Star Stone illustrated book, strength positive 3. This moment, your power soars from 10 to 15. Now I am simply terrifying. But at this moment, the system prompts again. The host collects 3 energy attribute illustrations. Activates the current energy attribute Pokédex effect. The host perceives the way of energy. 1 of damage dealt ignores target defense. You are shocked. It turned out to be real damage. Along with looking at the old Taoist, there was an extra fanaticism in his eyes. He is simply a lucky star. Lao Dao's body trembled. This wave came at me. I'm a handful of old. How hungry he is. Fortunately, you interrupted his wild thoughts. Why did you build the gathering array here? Isn't it better to set up a formation directly at the Qingsong Taoist temple? In fact, we want to lure the snake out of the hole. Last night, 2 elderly people knocked on the door in the middle of the night. The old woman said her nephew was missing, and all the chickens raised by her nephew bled. They wanted to look for it deep in the woods. But after walking for a while, I heard strange crying and laughing. They were so frightened that they ran to the temple to ask me for help. That's why we set up a spirit gathering array here. Let's see if we can wait for a rabbit. After listening to you, you instantly remembered the previous gossip. At this time, the old Taoist continued to speak. I have reported this in the morning. The Bureau of Investigation is very... People from the Reiki Association will be sent to help. This time should be coming soon. You smile? Then let's wait together. I also want to see and see. The old Taoist didn't say more. Take the 2 apprentices and start practicing cross-legged, and you take out your phone and start playing games. But the game is not finished. Suddenly felt old-fashioned. Body is covered with a breath of aura. You are stunned. This is a breakthrough to the 2nd star of Qi refining. There is something about this old Taoist. After the breakthrough, the old Taoist got up and said to you, Mr. He, your previous sword made me feel a lot. Thank you. You wave your hand. Taoist priests do not have to be humble. This is the result of your lack of diligence. It has nothing to do with me. At this moment, 3 figures came from afar. The first person reported to the family. My name is Xiao. He's the leader of the Reiki Association for this mission. Taoist priest, let's go now. So as not to have too many dreams at night. In Xiao's judgment, among these people, the old Taoist's cultivation is quite good. Although everyone is nominally a star in Qi training. But he thinks he has a lot of practical experience. It's definitely a crushing game. However, since the above asks for cooperation, he is not good at showing off too much. As for you, Xiao didn't look at it at all. In his opinion, 18-year-old high school student. I can hit 100. As the group gradually deepened, the surrounding light became darker and darker. Xiao Shan's brows furrowed. The environment here is weird. You took out your phone and shook it. Sure enough, there was no signal. Then suddenly, a gust of wind wrapped in thick fog roared. Your ears explode instantly. System prompt. A high concentration of black fog shrouded in front. Extremely dangerous. Restricted zone level. The host must not come forward. The chance of survival is 0. You are slightly stunned. This death warning came before. The subway station also appeared. As a result, you killed 2 mosquitoes. I just don't know the black fog here. Which of the 9 categories does it belong to? At this moment, piercing roar pierced through the mist. Xiao Shan pointed forward in shock. I saw the depths of the fog. Blurred black shadows were rapidly approaching. Everyone instantly entered a state of battle. It was like facing a great enemy. Between the eyes, several dark shadows had rushed to the front. Xiao Shan shouted angrily, this thing is a bit like a bat. The words did not fall. He burst out with a burst of earthy yellow light. A sudden punch blasted out. A strange bird rushing to the front died on the spot. You silently put away your intention to make a move. He said secretly in his heart, this Xiao Shan is a bit interesting. Meanwhile, the old Taoist also moved. The peachwood sword in his hand flew up and down. Cooperate with Xiao Shan's offensive. After a while, the bats in front of him were cleaned up. Xiao Shan's eyes were full of shock when he looked at the old Taoist. The strength of this old cow's nose turned out to be so terrifying. It is likely that it has broken through to the 2nd star of the Qi refinement realm. And at this time, you take the opportunity to touch a bat corpse. Dark erosion of strange bats. Boss-level creatures. An evil creation derived from soul-eating things. Possess sharp mouth parts. Contains highly toxic. Preference for gregarious. But he was extremely afraid of the bright light. You raise your eyebrows. Sure enough, it was influenced by the soul-eating thing again, but I didn't wait for you to think about it. Xiao Shan spoke in horror again. How could there be so much? I don't know when. The night sky ahead has been dense but army covered. It makes people feel restless. Taoist priest's face turned pale instantly. Even if he broke through to the second star of Qi training, face these thousands of monsters. It is also a part of death. The old Taoist turned around anxiously. Mr. He. The old Taoist's words made Xiao Shan completely hateful. Can make a 2-star powerhouse so humble? Could it be that this kid has broken through 3 stars? How is this possible? How old is he? But at this time you laughed. Such a large group of evil things. It is also very concentrated. After saying this, he said, the thunder-long sword emerged out of thin air. Your whole body's aura burst out instantly without reservation. It was like a thunder god descending. Strong coercion even makes the front. The bat swarm's movements all stopped for a moment. Xiao Shan was dumbfounded. How can there be such a horror in the world? You ignored the horror of others. Instead, a mouthful of blood suddenly sprayed on the sword body. Raise your sword and shout. I draw thunder with blood. That's right, this is exactly when you kill Liu Xiao. The stunt obtained thunder punishment. As the skill starts, dark clouds gathered rapidly in midair. They heard a loud rumble. Countless lightning bolts danced like silver dragons, instantly tore through the dark night. Just a few breaths. The thunder in the sky blasted all the bats into slag. The faces of the few people behind him turned pale. You stand with your sword away, he smiled. It's okay. Fortunately, I can't cast spells again. I'll come back next time. Everyone was like a good baby. Quickly followed. The boss sighed. I'm afraid I can't help the old woman find her nephew yet. I want to go back first. Improve your strength as soon as possible. Let's find someone again. It's really quirky here, and I have a faint bad feeling. It is right to leave here first. Soon everyone withdrew from the forest. You're also getting ready to ride home. Unexpectedly, tranquility suddenly stopped you. Wait a minute. You are stunned. Why is this child's face so red? Do you have a fever? Tranquility was flushed with shame. Mr. He, it's so late. I have no friends in Jiangsu. Although he said so, the 2 villains in their hearts became hot kilns. Serenity. What are you talking about? Know what? Finally met such an amazing person. You have to grasp it well, miss it, and regret it for the rest of your life. Then the 2 little ones only fought in their minds. But who would have thought that you would just shake your head and refuse? Tranquility was instantly dumbfounded. How could he refuse so decisively? It's so embarrassing. Then the ghost made a sentence. I don't live in it. I give money. How about 10 yuan? He regretted it as soon as the words were spoken. This is over. How could such a strong boss be short of money? I'm really stupid. As everyone knows, your eyes lit up after listening. Although he won a reward of 1 million before, but all the down payment was smashed into the villa. Now you still haven't gotten rid of the title of poor dick. 10 yuan came in time. Thinking of this, you speak seriously. So what? Although I don't lack your 10 yuan, but I'm afraid that you will be in danger as a girl. Get in the car. Are you sure? That's great. Thank you, big guy. And you ran away with tranquility and disappeared. Only the messy Xiaoshan duo in the wind is left.